Okay, so Genshin wants our opinion again. I don't really know why, but they do. Okay, let's see. So, over the last month, what device have you been using? Yeah, the keyboard and mouse is just so much better than the controller on this game. I'm gonna be real. Like, the controller for this game, it's all right. It's good. It's about as good as you can get. But compared to keyboard and mouse, where everything's just like, okay, we got stuff over here for those specific controls. Like E and Q are so easy to tap. Yeah, it's way easier. Touchscreen is the worst, though, for this game. Absolutely awful. Okay, now we got a really good event. Just questions about it. All right, so I've heard of it, obviously. I have participated in the event, yep. I think I met all of them. Yeah, I met all requirements. Exactly. Satisfied with the event. Very, I would say. Well, we'll say somewhat satisfied because, as always, they just really are not good on their rewards, right? Their rewards. Like, they gave us a free weapon that really isn't that good overall. Like, who's gonna actually use that weapon? It's different when they give us a weapon like how they gave us an EM sword that was basically made for Cave when, like, right before Cave came out, right? In the Windbloom Festival. And that might not be Cave's best weapon, but it still was good at least. You could tell it's good. Whereas with the weapon they gave us, not really that good. Would have preferred if they just gave us 1,600 Primas, if I'm being real. Yeah, what was it? You see, they ask us this, and it's like, what did we do in this event again? Saying that the gameplay was innovative is not exactly, you know, it wasn't. Yeah, just the event gameplay was interesting because innovative would be something new. They didn't innovate. I think they just reran a whole bunch of different parts of other events. We're just gonna like mask over it, like the puzzle event with the gears. That was just an event ripped from Windbloom from a previous year, and then they just added it to this and made it, you know, make a card, right? It was cool. Time required to obtain rewards, and yeah, that's about all I can say because event difficulty is meh, and overall, I'm not, I would say I'm interested in the rewards if they were 1,600 Primas like I've been asking for. It wouldn't break their bank. I don't understand why they don't just do it. I think at that point, it's honestly perfect. You have a full summon for, you know, your mainline event, and then half summons for all the other ones. So, you know, browsing and finding stuff. Information is presented clearly. I don't know. I would say somewhat agree because realistically, I'm only looking at these. I'm only looking at the icons. Are smooth. Yeah, I would say overall, other than the fact that I could just spam D and it would just like flip through the cards like 700 times and it wouldn't matter. Like it just never displayed a GUI. It was just like flipping through the cards a whole bunch. Aesthetic design. Yeah, I mean, that's just right. They're great at that. Just when I first saw these like new aged, I would say, like event GUIs where they're like, oh yeah, we got a cool animation for it and everything. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. And now they're just a staple for the big events. The atmosphere, I would have to say very satisfied. It felt like a cool event. I don't know what you really want though. Like that would have to be like you're paying attention to the story and you're playing the event. But overall, I liked it. It was just a whole bunch of mini games. It was like a festival, right? It was like the whole thing. How satisfied are you with the story? I mean, yeah, it's about as good as you can make a story like this where you're just going around to play events. I mean, the ending, like where you're just like, oh yeah, she delivers the package to a whole bunch of card thieves. It was kind of unexpected, you know. I'm not exactly like a too big like, oh my god, this was a masterpiece of work, but I think yeah, it's great. You can't just throw this paragraph at me and expect me to read all this, all right? I'm gonna, but like this is a tall ask, Genshin. You better be doing something with this. Like I said, I think this is as good as they can make it. I don't think they're gonna improve on this anyway. I don't know any way they would have improved. How satisfied are you with the rewards? Well, technically, because I'm not really like somewhat satisfied would be like, yeah, I'm satisfied. I don't really feel satisfied. Like their rewards need to be better. It's just outright like that. Like the rewards need to be better. It's as simple as that. If you're still wondering, yes, I'm sick. I've had to pause like every 5 minutes because as long as I keep talking, my voice just gets worse and worse, and I just have to cough at the middle of it. It's like, this video is not doing too good. My sickness only gets worse whenever I talk. It's great. Time required to earn the rewards, I would say, you know, I'm gonna say satisfied, right? Very satisfied, because it's like, I'm gonna say very satisfied, even though we had Genius Invocation TCG in it, which was very, very long and boring. And, you know, whenever you played a match like that, you know, I was entertained by the one match a day, but I could see, like, if you don't like this and you absolutely hate this card game, you're not gonna have fun when you have to play a 10-minute match a day in order to get Primo Gems, right? Not really that fun. Okay, now we're talking about the puzzle. How satisfied? I mean, yeah, I'm very satisfied. It's a great puzzle. So we can only select up to 2, which is just the gameplay is outright fun. I like it. And then the puzzle solving with gears is good. I like it. How interesting did you find the gameplay in? Yeah, I liked it, honestly. How difficult was it? Somewhat easy to understand, I would say. I would say smoothness is not their best. It's weird and clunky because all you get is this small blue light, and you have like this. And am I insane, or did I never know this? Like, what? You can click on the images and make them bigger? I didn't know that. But yeah, overall, it's just kind of clunky because when you're looking at it and like, hey, I'm looking over here and I'm trying to find, because I'm not looking at, look at the top of these. I'm not looking at the top. I'm not looking at the top for these. I'm not like, oh, wow, look, surface area 1. No, I'm thinking whatever I'm clicking on, I'm going to have to try and find out where it is. But if I'm over here looking over here, right? If I'm looking over here and this thing gets lit up, I'm not seeing that. I don't see that often. Yeah, overall, it's just presenting clearly. Like, if you're trying to, you know, hey, if you actually, once you get the hang of it, but like the first couple seconds, you know, it's kind of hard to tell what is what. But once you get the hang of it, you can tell easily. Heart of Dice event. Somewhat satisfied. It wasn't that good. Gameplay is fun. I enjoy combat gameplay. I think that's about all. Yeah, time required. It was really easily. I'm gonna be real. Very boring. It legitimately added nothing to the combat. It was just press button, do explosion. That was all it was. How difficult? I was somewhat difficult. I'm gonna say I didn't look at the rules, honestly. I was just like, go! And then I beat it. Okay, this was fun. I'm gonna say very satisfied. This might seem a little weird, but overall, I think it was, well, hold on. The combat portion was unneeded, right? We did not need the combat portion, but even when they did the combat portion, they did it better than any other time they've ever done it. When we do combat outside of a domain, like, oftentimes they're like, hey, go to this location, fight some enemies, go to that location, fight some enemies, just for one part of the combat. And then it'll go to a second part because for some reason they double it up a lot. So, yeah, this was the best way they've done combat in the outside, but I still feel like it was kind of pointless, and I just kind of, it was mid, honestly. We had a combat event. The main event had a combat event to it, right? We didn't need more combat. It would have been fine if it was just, hey, do some parkour and do it. That would have been fine, but they added combat to this, which is kind of what brought it down. Here, yeah, this whole trial part is what they're talking about with the combat, whereas I'm like, oh yeah, just give me more destination timed things. Yeah, I'm not gonna. That's that. Okay, let's go over this. How satisfied are you with it? I'm gonna say somewhat satisfied. The difficulty did not feel just right. You put that on easy mode, the bot was just actually throwing. So I'm only selecting these two. There's, you know, like using new characters that I don't have in my actual deck, and then not having to actually farm for those cards, right? It was pretty fun. Those are the only two benefits it had over regular TCG. I think it was just right. Honestly, the amount that you had to do was very, very good. Like, it was very portioned out, and it was very nice. I really liked it. I don't think I have any other comments. I honestly think that event was just really, really good. So yeah, sorry if this video wasn't really edited the best, but I'm really tired, guys. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I'm able to put on a show sometimes when I got, like, I'm constantly, like, refreshing my sickness. It's just, the longer I talk here, the worse my voice gets and the scratchier it gets, and I have to cough eventually, and it's starting to happen. So yeah, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.